Hey, everybody. Woo!
Snap.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, how's it going? And
It's
welcome,
going.
everyone. It's Comic Cocktail Hour, that time of the week or month or whatever again.
Whenever.
Whatever time interval you want to go with.
Yeah.
You do you. So, yeah, it's Jamie and...
Hi, I'm Todd.
and Erin was supposed to be joining us, but she's suffering from a migraine. So the Master of Mediocrity will not be here tonight. But Todd and I should do just fine. So yeah, Todd, how's it going?
It's going. I was just definitely not just sending out a tweet right now. There we go. Now, full attention.
All right, all good.
No, it's going. How about you?
Out. It's going. It's been a week. It's the last week of summer teaching, and that's been pretty much it.
Nice.
So, yeah. How about
Excited you? To have some time off?
Oh no, I don't have time off. I just go to a new thing.
Excited to go to a new thing?
Sure. It'll be fine. It's so I go from teaching for 6 weeks and then doing a little bit of like summer advising for freshmen to now doing like 4 weeks of solid 4 days a week advising during freshman orientation, which doesn't sound like a lot, but then you're like the second day of all of those is like 8 hours straight of meeting with individual students and getting them registered for their first semester of classes and declaring majors and all that. And it's daunting.
Sounds terrible.
You know, I mean, I enjoy it.
That's good. I'm glad. That sounds like a nightmare to me. So I'm glad you enjoy it because someone needs to enjoy that.
And I don't have to work outside in the Florida heat. So yeah. I take that as a win.
That's a bonus.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, what's been going on with you this week?
I had my first real session with my in-person D&D group that I am running at my comic book shop. Mm-hmm. And some of them couldn't show up, but it was 3 newbies and 1 experienced player.
Okay.
It was great. It was much like trying to help. It's interesting. Trying to help people figure out their D&D characters is probably very similar to trying to help somebody pick out their major.
I could see that, yeah.
Like, what class do you want to be? What do you see if you're going to be committing to this for a while? Mm-hmm. Where do you want to put your like focus on?
Yeah, where do you see yourself in 50 sessions?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if say you're killing a god, what kind of powers do you want to have while doing that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know.
How do you want to do it?
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
There you go.
Yeah. But no, that was good. That was like the highlight of my week in terms of like things I did, because it was just first session with them, and I love getting to D&D in person again, which is like repping Gilmore's Glorious Goods. But other than that, I got a big old trade drop today.
Oh, show us.
Oh, it's just so heavy. All right.
You were not lying. That's a big trade drop.
It is.
That was a thick
one. I'm so excited to reread this all at once. Hotel, John Lees, Dalibor Talagi, and Lee Luffridge. Hotel, AWA. It's incredible. I love this book so much. Volume 2 lived up to the hype. Something that I have patiently fucking waited because I love Jeff Lemire, and I didn't read this. I got number 1. I didn't read number 1, but I got number 1 in case I just loved it and ended up wanting to get singles at some point. I was scared to not get that, but the trade finally showed up. Nice. It's nice. It's got like texture to it. Yeah, it's real nice. It's like the maze is textured in the middle where they are.
Nice.
I have no idea what's going on with it. I don't even know the premise of the book. I'm very excited to dig in.
But it's like Jeff Lemire. You pay attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Murder Falcon Deluxe Edition.
Ooh, nice.
Daniel Warren Johnson.
Nice.
Amazing. And Mike Spicer. I'm so excited to reread. It's been a minute since I've reread it, so I'm excited to go through this edition. And it's so pretty. It's got a shiny. Yeah, it's got a foil title. Oh,
that's awesome.
And I've also been waiting a hell of a long time to read.
Nice.
Because it even came out in hardcover. Thank you so much, DC, for doing that. Because
I've actually been reading that through Hoopla right now. I'm on issue 4 because I've been waiting for it to drop on Hoopla. It finally did. So
nice.
Yeah.
Because what they didn't make in hardcover was fucking Far Sector, so I had to do it my goddamn self.
That is
this also dropped this week.
Nice. That is intense. I think it brings back university library kind of feels to it. That's awesome though.
That's not gonna work. Oh shit. Yeah. There it is.
Nice.
They misspelled Jemison's name.
It adds character to it.
It does add character to it.
So did you so you still have the normal soft cover and then you just took your singles to them?
No, this is the trade that's in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So the trade has been bound within. It's you just want me to get the cover. I'm like, if you can somehow preserve the cover too and still make it a hardcover, that'd be great. So the first page after the little desk intro page is just the cover of the trade, and then it opens up pretty nicely. It's not any worse than a normal hardcover.
Very cool.
What a page! Look how pretty.
Oh, it's pretty.
It's so pretty.
So pretty.
Jamal Campbell, you are amazing. And last but not least, at fucking all, Nita Hawes's Nightmare blog.
Nice.
Rodney King, Jason Sean Alexander, fucking doing that Philadelphia universe. Expand that shit. I love that book.
Well, that looks like a massive fun haul.
Yeah.
What you gonna be reading first?
Superman.
And you haven't read any of it yet?
I haven't read any of it. I may have grabbed one specific issue that everybody was hype about. Some smooching might have been happening.
Yeah.
But I didn't read it. I just got it because it was Nick's this is gonna be a big book. I'm like, okay, I'll get it. I'm planning on getting the trade, but I've been super hyped to actually get to read that. And then right after that, May's book.
Nice.
But yeah, Superman.
Cool. Heard you also got another delivery.
Oh my!
Taking up a lot of your time.
Fucking God! The Steam Deck is the best thing that anyone's ever produced. That's a material good. That's probably hyperbolic, but I don't care. I adore it. It's lovely.
Right. You do you.
Hundreds of my games are on here that I have mistakenly bought through summer sales and winter sales and humble bundles. I have so much to play, and it's incredible. I adore it. And I also have all my emulators on here too.
Nice.
So I'm playing old school games on there, and I played Sonic with my daughter.
Oh, very cool.
Sonic,
which one?
Sonic the Hedgehog, OG. Because that's the one, I got a Sega Nomad, and that was my first 16-bit game that I owned, and I played the shit out of it because it came with it. It was like a bundle. The one that says not for resale on it because it came with the Genesis. But yeah, it's incredible, and I adore it. And everything plays so well on it. I wasn't expecting that. I was ready to have to be finagly. I haven't went into the settings other than upping the resolution to native on anything. That's it. So that's been making it so I don't have anything. I haven't read anything besides what we're about to talk about. What have you been reading?
So I've been reading. So on Monday or Tuesday, I forget which day. I'd have to go back and look through the Twitter rant that I made right after. I finished Sunstone, the first 5 volumes of Sunstone. So
nice.
Allie and Lisa's story, and yeah, it was so good. I finished 4 and 5 within a couple days. I finished 4. And then immediately opened up 5 and read it within that same night. And that book, that series is so fucking good by the end. It is so emotionally impactful by the end. It was so good. And I ended up having to take a day off from comics I was like, I need to recover emotionally and like reassess things and like,
Yeah.
it's like you have those experiences with a book or video game or everything, and like you just can't engage with the medium for like a little bit of time.
Right.
So yeah, so that was early in the week. I just started cracking into Rebirth Batwoman because that's also on my Pride Month
Nice.
list of things to read.
Awesome.
And then a couple others that started recently is Kim and Kim,
Hey,
Volume One.
that was
The
on my
library.
list of Pride books.
Yeah,
Or
same.
women
The li-
books? I can't remember. I've recommended it on here at some point. I don't
It
remember what
was.
reason.
I had to order it from like the library system had it, but in 3 different
Oh,
locations,
yeah.
and so I had to like wait and put it on hold and wait for them to all collect into 2 locations. Because even then, I was like, okay, I can do 2 locations.
Yeah.
Um, and so like I've been waiting on that. Finally got that. And then I've actually been
Awesome.
reading a novel for the first time in a while,
What's
which
that?
is weird. Delilah Green Doesn't Care.
How's the
Um,
art in it?
oh, it's great. The words look so pretty as I read them. Yeah. The layout's pretty good, one word after the other,
Sure. Oh, they go
lettering's fine.
linearly?
Yeah, linearly. Yep, exactly.
Interesting.
Wonderful. And then
What's
of
it about?
course, it's about a woman who comes back to town. She's a photographer, like semi-functioning, mostly failing photographer in New York City, is hired by her stepsister to photograph her wedding. And so she has to go back to her hometown, which she has just abandoned and left because she had a really like terrible experience there growing up. Comes back and meets someone and falls in love. It's a lesbian romance. So
What?
yep, that was sort of my theme for Pride Month. I was like, I was going to read a bunch of queer romantic shit
Nice.
because it's Pride Month and like the world sucks. I need my the things that really hit that
Yeah.
hopeless romantic in me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then,
Nice.
of course, I read what we are talking about tonight,
Oh,
which
me too.
is
Well, what is tonight? What are we
tonight
here for?
is Comic Cocktail Hour, I think. I was distracted sending off the tweet as well. But yeah, it's Comic Cocktail Hour. And Todd, what are we discussing tonight?
We're talking Zodiac Starforce.
Zodiac Starforce. Woo!
It's not Sailor Moon.
But if you like Sailor Moon, it might be
You'll
up
like
your
it.
alley. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, Zodiac Starforce, and let me pull up the description. Quote: An elite group of teenage girls with magical powers have sworn to protect our planet against dark creatures, as long as they can get out of class. You're sure to enjoy this brand new series from Kevin Panetta and Paulina Ganucheau. I'm just going to go with that and let's see what happens.
Yep,
For fans of Sailor Moon, Buffy, and Lumberjanes, with cover art by Babs Tarr. Quote, your new favorite magical girl team, end quote, from Comics Alliance. And this is from the darkhorse.com description because this is 2 volumes published by Dark Horse. Yeah.
I love Babs Tarr, by the way.
Nice. Yeah.
Babs Tarr is amazing.
I can't name anything that they've done, but I like it here.
I know her from Critical Role. She does art for them and stuff, and a lot of fancy art, a lot of saucy, spicy stuff too.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. I like saucy spicy.
Draw with Babs was a thing that they had on their channel for a while, and it's incredible. Cool. If you like drawing, Babs is incredible.
Awesome.
But I love all those things: Sailor Moon, Buffy, and Lumberjanes.
I've only engaged with one of those. Well, I've read Lumberjanes, and we're showing my daughter right now Sailor Moon for the first time.
I thought you were about to say Buffy. I'm like,
No, no, no.
That seems a little early, but you do you. I don't want to parent
Yeah.
for you.
I mean, it is. She's seen all the MCU except for the newest Doctor Strange, but yeah,
Sure.
Buffy is. I'll let her get into her teenage years before it's like
Yeah,
Buffy.
like 10 to 12
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least. A little maturity, but
yeah,
amazing. Yeah, oh man, those are three of my favorite things.
yeah.
Sailor
Nice.
Moon more so like younger Todd. I haven't
Mhm.
watched it in a very long time.
All right. Younger Todd sounds awesome though.
He's all right.
So Kevin Panetta was the writer. From Wikipedia, his Wikipedia page, Kevin Panetta is an American comic book writer known for the series Zodiac Starforce, illustrated by Paulina Ganucheau on Dark Horse. The comic, quote, immediately clicked with fans and has been lauded for featuring a cast of strong, diverse women as the central characters. His graphic novel Bloom, illustrated by Ganucheau's sister Savannah, who lives in Australia, was one of Kirkus Review's best books of the year in 2019. Panetta has also written for comics such as Steven Universe, Regular Show, and Bravest Warriors. He lives in Washington, D.C. with his wife and dog. Cool. And Paulina earned her Bachelor's of Fine Arts degree from Savannah College of Art and Design, where she graduated magna cum laude. An experienced designer, Ganucheau is a freelance artist with clients such as Dirty Coast, Boom Studios, and New Orleans Tourism Marketing Corporation. She is a native of New Orleans, Louisiana, where she resides. And that's from a Google Books description of a book she illustrated. So, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. So, Todd, what'd you think of the book?
I think this is a very good book
Mhm.
that, while not being my favorite
Mhm.
genre of
Mhm.
sorts,
Mhm.
um, it won me over in like its charm,
Mhm.
and the art is incredible.
Mhm.
And it hit a lot of like of my favorite things when it comes
Mhm.
to like diverse characters in
Mhm.
terms of just like not like I mean it is a very diverse cast, which is
Mhm.
awesome, but also
Mhm.
they're just different. Like
Mhm.
it's not necessarily archetypes, but
Mhm.
there are definitely some like strong archetypes in
Yeah.
there,
Mhm.
but they're all different people.
Mhm.
And I love that. It just I
Yeah.
like it when people are distinct
Mhm.
and you can really tell each personality there and all
Yeah.
of that. So yeah, I had a really good time. I read both volumes today. Like I
Mhm.
finished at like 9, like an hour before we started.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a
Yeah.
really easy read.
Mhm.
What you think?
I really enjoyed it. As you pointed out, the art is really bright and colorful um and really just vibrant. And I love that stuff. I've been gravitating more towards that stuff recently. Like I'm done kind of with my dark and broody Gotham. Give me some colorful stuff. And yeah, that hit that. The characters, as you said, like super distinct. Like all of them, like you could, like a pessimist could be like, oh, these are just archetypes. It's like, yeah, but they're all distinct and they're not just the archetype.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's layers to them. There's different aspects to each of the main characters, like the main
Mm-hmm.
team
Yep.
that you can really engage with and really like.
Yeah.
Um, the stories weren't super complex. It wasn't like a
No.
really make you think read, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think my only downside was it was on the predictable side when
Hmm.
it came to the actual overarching
Yeah.
things,
Hmm.
which is okay when it's like it
Hmm.
makes it a quicker read too. Like,
Hmm.
but I think that's maybe my only like
Hmm.
big issue.
Hmm.
If you're somebody who wants to never really know what's happening next, this isn't
Hmm.
really a book for you. It
Yeah.
follows a pretty A, B, C
Hmm.
plot point, and you can kind
Hmm.
of see where it goes,
Hmm.
which is fine.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a bad thing,
Hmm.
because it still tells a different story along the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, hi, Chaos.
Hey, Chaos.
We're talking
Um,
Zodiac Starforce. Woo! Have you read that?
yeah. Um, and I mean, it is predictable, but that's not necessarily a terrible thing. Like just because it
No.
does what it's supposed to do, it's as long as it does it what it's supposed to do well, I think it's fine. And for the most part, it was. There were a few moments that were a little like, so it's an issue I have with stories that like volumes that are 4 issues long compared to like 5 or 6. Is there some things that happen that it's just very much like you just got to accept that it happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there was one point where, spoilers for volume 2, they're like the girls are with another Zodiac Starforce team, and one of the volumes ends with um, Molly finding a secret prisoner that the team was holding, and then the leader of the other team's like lording over her, like, "You found my secret," kind of reveal
Mm-hmm.
setup. And then the next scene, the next time you see them, they're crashing through a wall fighting.
Uh-huh.
So there was like that conversation that like would have led up to that like in a 5 or 6 issue
I didn't even see
volume
what
you
the
would have
problem was
seen.
with it. My issue is what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
On
that
the
was my
surface,
Mhm.
she had a prisoner who
Was
was
the bad guy.
really terrible, was
Mhm.
was a very bad person,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and they're in a prison cell,
Mm-hmm.
alive and well,
Yeah.
seemingly.
Mhm.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
ah,
It, it felt like we just have to have them to fight because these teams don't trust each other, and we have to like keep having that.
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I
And
just thought that was
like,
really weird. That was just like,
oh, I agree. It was
you could
completely
just
weird.
step right up to like this is an issue and not
Mhm.
like, hey, I didn't know they were there.
Mhm.
To be fair, I didn't
Mhm.
know you were
Mhm.
even in existence
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
10 minutes ago.
Mhm.
So it'd be really weird for me to know
Mhm.
this too.
Yeah. Mhm.
There was that's the part where it's like I you just got you just got to keep reading like you
Mhm.
said, like it's just like
Yeah.
suspend disbelief,
Mhm.
move along, it's
Mhm.
fine. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can nitpick all day.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was like a 5 or 6 issue thing where they had more space to have that conversation, I would be like, okay, what the f?
Yeah, like
But
let's
it's
talk it out.
yeah, yeah, like talk it out before you go crashing through walls. But it was only 4 issues. Let's just
Yeah.
go. Let's just go.
Yep.
We've got a lot of action happening right now.
Yeah, we got like Lily
Yeah.
and Savannah
Mhm.
need to talk. Let's just
Mhm.
move along.
Yeah. Lily, Savannah got to talk. We got to deal with Emma and the dude the
Luke.
wrestling, Luke. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, all right, like we got to do that.
Hilarious. I love that,
There's a
that
yeah.
was like
Mhm.
I love that it was
Mhm.
a thing in the beginning and
Mhm.
then it was just text messages that you randomly
Mhm.
see in the background
Yeah.
after that. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, sorry, Luke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sucks
I
to be
mean,
Luke.
yeah. Yeah. But also
To be
felt very
fair,
high school girl to be like, I'm just gonna ignore this for right now. And
I mean, should we just
yeah.
say we're talking spoilers so we can
Oh
actually
yeah.
like get into it?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so hey,
Mhm.
spoilers for this going
Mhm.
forward.
Yep.
I get that like she thinks they broke up, but
Mhm.
she did not break up with him.
No, no.
And
It
then
was
she
very much
made
yeah.
out and then she made out with somebody else.
Mhm.
That's not okay to
Yeah.
Luke. That
Mhm.
really pissed me off. I'm like, fuck you, Emma. You're amazing. You need to finish
Yeah.
that. And then
Mhm.
you can go mac on
Yeah.
this person you met like 10 minutes ago,
Mhm.
which is fine. But you
Yeah.
can't mac on somebody after 10 minutes if you're in
Mhm.
a relationship.
A little yeah, come on, leader Emma. Like you're supposed to be
Yeah.
like the leader of the team. Yeah, I
Good
was a little bit
lord.
like, all right, interesting.
I
But
mean, he
yeah,
does.
he does. He
It's true,
does.
but he doesn't deserve that.
He deserves at least a conversation. He doesn't suck
Yeah.
that hard.
No, exactly. He's
Yeah.
just not right for Emma.
Yeah. He's not walking around a party yelling butt farts, you know?
Exactly. Right? Who would do that? Um, not Luke deserved it. All right, you know what? You convinced me, Chaos. You know what? Fuck Luke.
Yeah, fuck Luke. Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that guy.
Chaos makes excellent points, you
Yeah,
know?
you convinced me.
Yeah.
He just needs to go date another person from the club that he's
Mhm.
in. That's
Yeah.
who he needs to actually be with, and it's not weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird when a member of the club is dating a member of the team.
I'm a part of your fan club. Now I'm dating you. Like, ooh, that's weird.
All right, cool. And I found the fan like when they found out about the fan club, I was like, "This is creepy, y'all." And I was like, "Yeah, mm-hmm,
It is a little creepy.
mm-hmm."
I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, if a real version of superheroes existed in our
Mhm.
world,
Mhm.
there would be many fan clubs.
Oh yeah.
Look what
I mean,
happens with
mhm.
K-pop bands, and they can't like shoot laser beams or make tidal waves happen.
Well, that we know of. that we
Well,
know
yes,
of.
it's not public knowledge. Exactly.
Yeah.
And look at their fans. Oh boy.
Yeah. Give it another 20 years in Korean K-pop engineering, we'll get there.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
K-pop superheroes.
Oh my god, that'd be a great comic to read.
I would be shocked if it's already not a comic book.
True.
I'm
sure it's a manga.
Honestly, it's for sure.
Well, you know they're doing a manga of the boy band from Turning Red. There we go.
That's not a real boy band.
Well, but
But no, I get it. So it's right there. You're almost got it.
Yeah.
So if they can do, I suppose that reinforces it. If you can do that of a fictional boy band, you could definitely do one with so much fanfic. Yes.
Oh yeah.
On Tumblr, there's oh man, I miss the old days of Tumblr because there'd be a lot more than fanfic on Tumblr.
There's Tumblr. There's AO3 for your K-pop fanfic if you're more into the pros.
What's AO3?
It's
a
fanfic
website?
It's a fanfic website. Yeah,
that makes sense. That those would exist.
Oh yeah. But yeah, the Luke thing was it was. I forgot where we were even going.
Loopholes, things. I don't know. I think we just started talking about spoilers, and something made me think of. I think you mentioned something to do with Luke, and then it made me think of that.
Oh yeah, I forget. So who would you say was your favorite of the Starforce?
I mean, Kim, all fucking day.
Oh yeah, Kim, like
she's amazing. Which I have to say, it's the archetype, but they did it differently. Kim, 5 years ago, would have been the lesbian.
Yeah,
100%. It would have been, absolutely. Yeah, big tough woman. You know, that's got to be the lesbian. And it's like, nah, she's like a super sweetie with her boy, and I adored that. I'm like, yes, flip it. But I love Kim. Everything about Kim is perfect. She's a treasure. She must be protected at all costs.
Which luckily she has a shield, so that adds a little bit of protect her. Yeah, that helps her AC.
Yeah, she's got the shield buff. But outside of Kim, because I think it's too obvious for me. In terms of characters, I really liked. I wrote them down because I'm like, there's too many names, and then they're like things. I really enjoyed. In terms of what the story of what they did the most was Savannah. I really enjoyed Savannah, and then kind of Lily goes along with that.
Yeah,
I think they get the most interesting story and character development out of the group.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Kim. First off, did you notice what her ringtone was?
Q plus Luke.
Oh no, we're not
terrible. No, that's terrible.
Boo. Did you notice what Kim's ringtone was?
I did not.
It was did you ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000?
Yeah.
It was the title song.
Oh, is the theme song for it?
It was the theme song for
That's incredible. Yeah. All the more reason Kim's the best.
Oh yeah, when I read that, I just had to put the book down and just go, fuck yes. Like, you win, Kim. You win.
Kim or Taurus.
Oh yeah, Taurus.
I wrote that down, so I'm going to use that knowledge.
I was having a hard time remembering because you already gave me.
I even fucked it up a bunch of times. I started writing it down like that's not. Oh nope, they weren't that one. I got two of them wrong twice until it really nailed it down.
I because you gave me 4 main characters, Lily 5, the bad girls and her clique, and just like
Astra, Chimeria.
You've already thrown a lot of names at me. Now you're going to give people 2 names. God,
right?
Really?
Yeah.
Really, book? Really?
Yep. That was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Hence sticky note. So who's your favorite?
Kim definitely was my favorite. Her banter was great. Like, you just got punched in the face. It's like so like if you look at the art,
and then the volleyballs when she would I loved that so much. Like her hair was still down here, but then she had volleyball eyes. It was great.
I loved it when she was like, I want to be a pro wrestler, and like, you guys are gonna think this is stupid, and her friends were like,
Yeah.
no, do it, and she had the like the little angels on her shoulders. It's like,
Yeah.
that's so sweet.
It's so cute.
But like she's just the most fun. But you're absolutely right. Lily and Sav have the most story going on. Like Molly was just sort of like Molly was good, and she was there as like the aloof
Yo.
badass. Emma, I liked some of Emma's stuff because Emma as the leader, especially in volume 1 where she's messed up
Uh-huh.
and she's still being like, guys, I'm the leader, like you can't be doing this for me. I'm just the leader. Just, like it as someone who's often been in leadership positions and then like you go down and people are like, oh, let's help you. I'm like, no. You're not supposed to help me. I'm supposed to be the one in charge.
Uh-huh.
Like I related to that a bit, especially in volume 1. But in volume 2, I was more like, just deal with your shit with Luke.
Yeah, right.
But the Sav and Lily story was the most. I squealed on their kiss. Like I was like, oh yay, it's so sweet, and it was so beautifully illustrated too.
Mm-hmm.
I loved their conversation while Kim is in the back fighting a lawnmower face monster.
Yeah.
And they're just
doing
like,
their I love you.
she's like, that's great, help me.
Yeah.
I
And then
just
double
love
high
those
kick.
background gigs.
Yeah, that was great.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun to watch because it's just a huge lawnmower.
Mm-hmm.
Going to die.
Yeah. Yeah, they were my favorite. What'd you think of the villain in the second one in volume 2?
He's fine. They're fine. I'm lightly disappointed by it.
Mm-hmm.
Like vain,
Mhm.
powerful demon prince-esque thing
Mhm.
is done a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like warrant disregard for humanity.
Mm-hmm.
What has just wants to kill for really no reason other than to like impress some
Mhm.
otherworldly
Mhm.
thing. And it's just like it was fine. I think like the foil, it was so much to have that
Mhm.
and the new Starforce, and then Alice is doing stuff
Yeah.
too. And they packed so much into it that it felt like a lot. I think I preferred volume 1 to volume 2.
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it, but Peros. Peros is fine. I mean, he's just stupid, sexy, and powerful, which is fine. It's a fine villain.
Yeah, he's fine.
Like, I don't know. What did you think? I mean,
I got very Wicked and Divine vibes off of him, but then it was like, okay, you're vain. Like, give me more of the other girls kind of thing. Because, like, I think I preferred volume 2 slightly more than volume 1. But I don't know if that's because I wasn't having to adjust to all the characters.
Sure, you're more comfortable from the bat.
Yeah, it's like it's because you already know everything. The names are there, so like you're just in it and you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I think the Mean Girls of Volume 1 are a better villain.
Yeah, it was more interesting.
Yeah.
Because you got like the mini boss battles and stuff like that, where like you're like working up to like the big bad Diana, which I love a villain named Diana. Like it's great.
Never trusted Diana.
No.
Would you say that's the worst villain name you could have?
It's up there. I'd say Todd is worse.
Okay.
That's not scary. That's not scaring anybody.
Is it just because it's your name that you're thinking it's not that scary?
Todd. I'm like the youngest Todd in existence. Every other Todd is in their 40s or 50s, wears khakis all day in a polo. Those Todds are not scary.
How many khakis and polos do you own?
I have a smattering of polos because of work in retail. I do not wear them. And I have a pair of khakis, but it's like jean khakis. And I only wear them specifically.
All right.
And they're like, yeah. But no, I'd say that's worse. I'd say Brad.
Oh yeah, Brad. I could see Brad just be like really like I have to fight a bad guy named
Brad.
Brad.
Yeah.
That's Brad, I could say, is up there. Diana, yeah, Todd.
Hmm.
Um, the other female, really bad female names for villains. Mm.
Sarah.
I could,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry, Sarah. I've dated 2 Sarahs and married one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, I mean,
It's a real basic name.
that's
It's not
fair. Yeah.
scary.
hmm
I guess that's nice. I'm saying they're not villains. So yes,
Yeah,
Sarah.
there you go. You're giving them a compliment. You're giving
Terrible
her a
villain name.
compliment. Terrible villain.
Yep.
Terrible
Because they're
villain.
only nice people.
hmm
50% are nice people.
Make sure you say this loud enough for the one you married to hear this.
Oh, she's
of
good.
course.
She's... Megan is also a terrible villain name.
Yeah, I could see Megan being a really bad one. Oh no, it's Megan, everyone. Like as a Mean Girl one, like okay,
Sure. Yep.
but like maybe just like the odd job of the Mean Girl group, not the main bad,
Right.
but the one you got to get through.
Mhm.
Could be a Megan, but
It's
yeah,
the first one.
Mm-hmm.
First one you face, and it's like that's
Yeah.
before they tap into more power
Mm-hmm.
and get more
Yeah.
powerful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, those would be bad ones.
Yeah. But see, now I want a D&D campaign where the big bad at the end is a Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Brad. And then
No!
Brad like tears his head apart and this terrible fiend appears.
And it's just still, and everyone's like, what's the fiend's name? It's like, no, it's still Brad. The
It's
fiend
still-
is still Brad.
My name is Brad.
Yeah. That's what you have to do, yeah. But yeah, like the Mean Girls were a better villain, I think. It felt much more in the vein of high school girls turned into superheroes kind of vibe.
Uh-huh.
And you could kind of see when volume 2 where they're like, we're giving you a lot, but don't worry, volume 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 will flesh this all out.
Yep.
Which
Womp
womp. So
It's really the worst part about the story.
it really is, because the cliffhanger is good.
It's a pretty good one.
Like the cliffhanger is
Yeah.
pretty good, and I was like, wait, more? Yes.
It's so much of a cliffhanger. It feels like an issue 5, not an issue 6 kind of thing.
Yeah.
It feels like
Yeah.
there should be one more before the arc is done.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's where it's left. It's just like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Zodiac Starforce, what ended up happening was the creators got sued for copyright infringement by this guy who wrote a book like Zodiac Knights 2000 early on in the 2000s. And apparently he sued everyone with Zodiac warrior things, because he even sued like an anime or like a manga. Like, you did copyright infringement, and they're like, this thing's been around since like the 80s.
Yeah, no.
And what are you doing?
Right.
But his case got dismissed, but it cost them so much time and money that the creators were just like, we just don't have the heart to do Zodiac Starforce anymore. So we're done. Which, as we said, really sucks, because there was a lot more potential.
Uh-huh.
So,
Oh, there's a
yeah.
lot more to tell there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was very much
Yeah.
a big bummer.
Yeah. So with that in mind, where would you take the story? Like, how much more story would you tell? And like, where would you go with the characters from there?
Ideally, I'd get them out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I'd do more time jumps
Mm-hmm.
and get them to like their early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And however it goes, Savannah and Lily break up at some point. They have to.
You
High school sweethearts.
cruel Todd. Now
I'm
Todd
cool.
is being the villain.
Todd is the villain.
Todd is the villain now.
I am the villain now.
Mhm.
They have to break up. It's just how it goes. They're high school sweethearts. Those cannot survive.
Ooh, cynical.
But so there'd be a volume of them not together or even talking, but they're still having to like fight together. Like think Fleetwood Mac. They still have to get rumors out, even though all this shit's happening. Then they reconcile, become friends, Savannah dates a guy. He's okay. Ends up being Peros, but he's got more character depth this time. And then ends up with Lily in the end.
All right.
For the last like 3 issues.
Mm-hmm.
We get a little bit of time with them back as like adult togethers.
Yeah.
Emma gets her mom back
Mm-hmm.
and then has to lose her again.
That was a thing I wish we had seen more of, because
They
it was
need to
teased
retread
so much
that.
in volume 1.
Yeah. They need to retread her mom
Mhm.
because that
Mhm.
was terribly disappointing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kim becomes a professional wrestler, and she's
Hell
the only
yeah.
one who is publicly a Zodiac Starforce.
Would Taurus be her fighting name in
Yes,
the
she's Taurus,
wrestling league?
she does that, and she's the only one of the Starforce that everyone knows, Kim. So she becomes a celebrity, where she was worried about being like less than everyone.
Mm-hmm.
She ends up being the most popular and famous and well-to-do of everyone. Everyone else is not getting their shit together in their early 20s, and Kim's already like got a career.
Yeah.
She ends up getting a 6 arc of just kind of being a douchebag because it's gone to her head. But then she settles down, still super popular, but she like you'll just get like selfies with fans during fights throughout the series. She also breaks up but gets back together with the guy. And then who am I missing? Oh, Molly. I have no feelings about Molly. Molly probably becomes a photojournalist, a failed photojournalist, and then ends up just marrying Rich. I don't know.
Well, she's got to get out of the dark dimension first.
Oh, yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's what I see. What do you see?
I like the idea of you doing like, because I wasn't sure. I like the adult idea you had of like they all sort of break up and go their separate ways. But then Molly and Diana somehow get back and are like sort of like the warning of like, oh shit, this villain's coming back. We gotta like, and Molly is like super grizzled and pissed at all of them.
Can they be older than they should be?
Possibly like do like a little bit of a time thing.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah. But like she comes back super pissed off at all of them because she'd be like, you didn't even try.
Yeah.
Like I was stuck there for years and you didn't even like. She could be in like her 40s and they're in their 20s. She's like,
yeah,
I was there 20 years and like it's only been like 4 for us. And she's like, motherfuckers, like
we gave it a good 6 months.
Yeah. And then like Lily and Sav aren't talking.
Yes, you're the villain too.
Well, I'm going off what you said. So like,
okay.
Gotcha. But they get back together in the end. Emma went off and did her own thing. Kim went off, became a professional wrestler, and maybe she's like over it. Like, I don't need to do Zodiac Starforce anymore because I'm a pro wrestler. And Molly's like, no, motherfucker, we gotta, like, it's about to go down.
Molly's the one that gets them back together this time, so it's like the flip of the first volume.
Molly comes back. It's like the big bad villain. I can't even remember her name, but like her and Diana come back and be like, the big bad villain's on her way to destroy everything.
Yep.
Y'all have to get back together. And like Kim's like, nah, I ain't got time. Emma's doing what Emma does. Sav and Lily aren't talking to each other because maybe the breakup was really rough.
It was awkward because they opened up their own like coffee shop together. So it's really weird that they also just like they're not together. Yeah. It's really
and then Molly has to bring them all together. They have to figure their shit out and defeat the bad guy.
Awesome.
And Emma's mom is somewhere in there.
Emma's mom is trapped by the most baddest bad.
There we go. Or the baddest bad is Emma's mom somehow.
Ooh, I like that. Chimeria was only a mid-level range baddie, and whatever she was doing was actually fueling the real big bad. So all the death and mayhem that happened in before the series ever started was already funneling power to the big bad. And Emma's mom was like the center stone of it.
There you go. That would be awesome.
She had all that. She had all that extra because she was around Emma all the time. She had that residual Zodiac energy from being like secondhand Zodiac. Yeah.
There you go.
So
yeah.
She's a good transistor for evil energy.
Yeah.
So there we go. Like a comic book.
Oh yeah, that would totally work. All right,
Dark Horse, hit us up.
Yeah.
We'll pick it up. We're going
It's-
to need you to do the art.
we're gonna need to get the band back together
Yep.
and someone do the art.
Erin's not here. We got the artist. Just she's got a migraine right now.
Artists and their migraines, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's the
Jeez.
worst. God.
Ugh.
Gotta do everything around here, don't we?
Yeah. You have to come up with stories in 10 minutes
Yeah.
and then just do nothing.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so like like as much as we pointed out, like it was there were some pacing issues, like plot threads that were there but then not picked up and then retread, or I was still really enjoyed it. It was still a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was a
Go
fun
in
book.
with low expectations and you'll be pleased. Because it's just, yeah.
Like just go in looking for fun.
Yep.
Like that's the thing, is like it's not a book designed to be super complex.
Nope.
Or blow you away. It's one of those books that just does comic booking well. I mean, except for the names.
The names are the complicated part.
Yeah.
That's it.
But like it just does fun comic booky well. And if you're into queer characters with diverse characters, it's the book for you. And that's sort of why it ended up on my Pride Month reading list. So,
It's a good. This is the kind of Pride book that I really like too, because it's not just about. It's just that, hey, look, it's a relationship queer relationship that exists.
Yeah,
Which is
exactly.
part of the tapestry. It's not the whole tapestry. It's part of it, because that's no one is defined by just the relationship. So a comic book can, because sometimes central themes you're going to do that. But this is what it's when it's nice. It's just a group of people, and that's part of it.
Yeah,
and it's nice.
Yeah. There's a place for books that are like, these people are queer and we're gonna have to deal with what it's like being queer in the world. That's
totally
a
fine,
story. It is, but sometimes you just want like, hey, these people are queer and they just so happen to have superpowers.
Yep,
we're good. Let's just keep going. Going.
And her mom is cool about it.
Yeah, her mom was super cool about it.
She's like, whatever. It seems like it couldn't have been less of an issue, because it's just like, oh, hi, like just hi. They're very like vocal about the fact that they're together. It's really obvious, and mom's just like, okie doke.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah,
it's what you want.
Go, mom. That's it.
Go, mom. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, mom's just a person. Cool. Let's go.
Yeah. There's no family drama outside of Emma.
Yeah.
Woo.
Right? And Kim. Poor Kim. That's why I love Kim.
Kim. She had it tough with the parents who were just like, we want you to work. Don't go to school.
Yeah. Or just like, but don't move out either. Like
very, very toxic, like, do what we say and you're stuck here with us. Yeah.
Because I get, once you're 18, wanting your kid to at least work something, do something. Like if you're not in school and you're 18, okay, cool. If you're going to stay here, but then also guilting you about not leaving or like guilting you from leaving. It's like, you can't have both. You can't be like, if you're going to stay here, you have to pay some kind of rent or something like that. But then be like, oh, but you can't leave. It's like, oh, now you're just being real shit.
Yeah. And it was also like they're wanting her to work with her dad. Like work and have this specific thing. And she's like, that's not what I want.
Yeah.
Well, too bad. Well, like, come on now.
Yep. That's what I was like, when she said she was 18, because I didn't know they were 18 at that point. I'm like,
Kim, it aged them up a couple years.
Just leave. Just get out of there. No. Be a wrestler. Go do a power bomb, which also I got today.
Nice.
Daniel Warren Johnson. I have not read it yet, but I do.
I was a little bit about to ask, how was it? But
because I got a Steam Deck, so I didn't read it. But I'm excited.
Hey, Steam Deck, a week off comics, like it's
what are you gonna do?
Do?
But no, it was a good time. It's not a heavy read. It's not like an intensive read. It is. It's just a easy comic to churn through. If it's at your library, I don't think I'd recommend spending $20 on it, to be perfectly honest. I spent $12 getting them from Dark Horse. I feel like I overpaid a bit.
Okay. Fair.
It didn't feel like $12 worth of comics to me, to be honest.
Fair enough.
But if you can get it at a library
Mhm.
or you find it in like dollar bins or you're
Mhm.
able to get the trades for markdown, because
Mhm.
I would spend $12 on the trades.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah.
physically owned it, it'd be a different thing. $12 for digital was just felt like a lot. I should have done the Comicsology Unlimited for a month. That's on
fair.
me. You
That's
gave me
fair.
the heads up.
Well, I mean, you did want to give more money to Bezos,
No,
so like,
it
it's
was
fine.
$14. Sorry, because it
Okay.
was $6.99 for each
Okay.
group of them.
Okay.
So that felt like a bit much, but I think it's a really easy, if you have Comicsology Unlimited already, really easy choice to read. Or if you can find it cheaper at your library.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I mean, I think this goes up there. Like, if you're going to do a list of Comicsology, you have Comicsology Unlimited. What are some things you want to read?
Mm-hmm.
I would put that within the top 20 of Comicsology things I've read.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, it's just easy, fun. I sort of describe it as like a Saturday afternoon kind of comic where it's like, I've got nothing else going on.
Mm-hmm.
I like, let me enjoy my day off.
Yep.
You know, I have a mental image of like my back room, which is our back, what's called a Florida room. It's like a back patio.
Is it a screened-in porch?
No. It's
okay.
not screened in. It's just an additional like sunroom.
Oh, it's a sunroom. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in Florida, it's called a Florida room
Florida
because
room?
it's Florida. We have Florida man.
Aren't
Florida.
all of your rooms in your house in Florida?
I don't know. I mean, technically, yes.
Aren't you in a Florida room right now?
Maybe there's multiple. Well, no, I had to walk through a dimension door to get here.
Neat.
Yeah,
cool.
We take a boom tube to the bedroom. You know.
Nice. I take a boom tube to the bedroom too.
Hey. Let's let that sit for a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like it's very much like sit in a sunroom Saturday afternoon, nothing else going on. Let me pull out a Comicsology. Let me see what's on Comicsology.
Yeah.
Unlimited. I'm already paying for it. Boom, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So any other things you want to say about it?
Lots of plants.
Lots
Florida
of
rooms
plants.
Gotta have lots of plants.
Well, that's so
you gotta oxygenate your Florida room.
Yeah, my wife, she comes home every time she comes home from the grocery store. It's a new plant.
Amazing. Well, what else do you get at the grocery store?
Food sometimes.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I mean, our grocery run involves
a ton. Inflation, all right.
I didn't say a lot of food or same amount of food.
It's some food.
Some food.
And food.
Some food. And food. One
Cookies.
Food, please.
Cookies and plants. I mean,
cookies.
Sounds awesome.
Cookies, plants. Our grocery run also involves Target. So if
sure.
a Marvel action figure is there that we don't have yet.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. Obviously.
You get a group then, so you could do double duty. So it's the plant and the action figure.
Mm-hmm. There you go. There you go. Yeah.
And cat hair. Ooh. You get cat hair at the grocery store?
Oh no, for the back room because we have we have 3 cats.
That's weird.
No cats.
I home-grow my cat hair. I get mine at home.
I harvest my own cat hair.
Yeah. Yep. And I make more cats out of them.
There you go. You get enough, you put another cat next to it. Yeah.
Yes, they get a little friend.
There you go.
Final thoughts. It was a good time. I don't think it'll be for everyone. If plot holes and not taking time on what seems to be important things would bother you, then terrible. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You probably won't like it. But if you're all up for like the starburst of comic books, where it's just bright, colorful, and tasty, that's it. That's what it is.
Oh my God, that is a perfect description. I love that description. The starburst of comics.
Yeah, so if that appeals to you, then you're gonna really love it.
Yeah. If you like starburst, you'll enjoy this.
Yup. Which I am eating Mambas right now.
I was wondering what you're munching on.
I'm eating Mambas because every time I see Mambas at the store, usually they're really hard, but I'll take the package and I'll give it a squeeze. And if the pieces actually give, I will grab it And these are the ooeyest, gooeyest mambas I've had in years, and they're wonderful.
Nice. I don't think
Anywho,
I've ever had mambas.
Mamba pro tip.
Nice.
Oh, I recommend them if you see mambas. And you gotta squeeze. It's like checking
Yes,
fruit.
squeeze 'em.
You gotta squeeze them. Knock on
The
it. Make sure
ripeness
they're
of your
hollow.
mamba. Well, if that's the case, you really got to search at the back of the row for the mambas because that's where they put the freshest ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's the one. Which because when you open it, you'll be like, "Where are the mambas?" They come in mini packs that are inside of the pack, so you get all the colors at once. So I got lemon, strawberry, and raspberry this one, but you'll get different ones. There's also orange and something else. You don't know what flavors you're gonna get, but you're gonna get 3 of the flavors each time. Nice. I really like mambas.
My comic shop has recently started putting out the box airheads. Like you can get the individual vending ones, and so like every time I get I put stack my books up and just go, yoink! I'll take an airhead today.
Yep. Yeah, because it's what is it like 25, 50 cents?
Yeah, it's like 30 cents, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna grab an airhead.
Of course.
How do you eat your airheads?
Usually I'm driving. I just open it automatically when I get back in the car. I'm just like,
yeah.
Or like if I have time, I'll sit in the car and read whatever singles I got that day, and I'll just have it like that. Yeah,
sure, cool. I know people who do the shaky down thing to make it into like a taffy piece, and then they bite into that.
Fair.
I did that a couple of times, and I did not care for it.
There's a proper way to eat your airheads, and that's not it, apparently.
It's not. The proper way to eat an airhead is ignoring. Every once in a while, I'll focus on the texture, and I'll be like, there's something a little bit wrong with this. But then when I focus on the taste, I'm like, oh, that's delicious.
Fair. Nice.
And that's our
review of Zodiac
Starburst.
It's...
Hey.
Yeah, it's colorful, bright, sugary, fun. And if you can get along with that without having to really it's a plot hole, you're gonna have a great time with it.
Yeah.
So do we want to talk about what's coming up with us?
Oh, sure. Next week I'm doing a panel royale, which I have 4 different ideas for. It'll be something Pride related, so be on the lookout for that.
Yep. With Here Everyone Reviews, the recent review that went up yesterday was Girl Haven. And then next week, Sunstone, my Sunstone review is going to be up on Friday. Because again, I read it, immediately had to just type away my thoughts. And that's going to be, I think that's going to be the last review of Pride Month. Because I think next is going to be July 2nd, I think. And so, yeah.
Yeah. Burrito, we're doing an interview on Tuesday. It for sure won't be up by Wednesday. So look out for Burrito in a week and a half. Because it won't be up the next day. And I think it's for a Kickstarter that isn't launched until the next week anyways. So we'll have a Kickstarter Burrito the week, and then we got another interview with another creator, somebody who's been on the show a few times. So that should be a good time. I'm excited. So July, the return of the Burrito after our short hiatus of just holy shit, we need to chill for just a minute. So
well, I can't wait to see more Burrito. It's good. I enjoy seeing y'all's stuff. So
it'll be back. And then Girls Talk Comics. If I go to
it's the Girl from the Sea this week.
Girl from the Sea
on Monday.
Oh, and then Sunstone.
And then Sunstone
a week after that. It'll be Sunstone. That's cool.
Yeah, how about that?
Neat.
It's
I'm just gonna record something about Sunstone and put it on the Burrito channel. I read volume 1 and 2, I think, a long time ago.
Yeah. There you go.
So I'm just gonna I'll do I'll do a short. There it is about Sunstone.
There you go. Well, the Girls Talk Comics, we're only talking about volumes 1 and 2 because that's how far.
Oh, nice.
So that's with Aaron's not on that. That's Jessica.
Oh, it's you and Jess?
It's me and Jess on that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sweet. Cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We had a great discussion. So I mean, yeah. Girls Talking Comics.
So yeah, keep up with that. Check us out on the Twitters.
Yeah. Make sure to check out our stickers.
Yeah, support Pride.
Support Pride. Anything we make off stickers this month go to Equality Florida, which is an organization here in the state of Florida fighting against the Don't Say Gay bill and all the other anti-LGBTQ and anti-trans stuff going on. So our stickers, we have femme stickers, we have trans rights or human rights, we have name brand gay, if you want that sticker as well. But yeah, that's
Name brand gay, trans rights are human rights, and celebrate diversity.
Mm-hmm. Those stickers always are, the proceeds for those are always going to go to Equality Florida. So if you miss this month, if it's like July and you're like, oh yeah, stickers, don't worry, those proceeds still go there. But every sticker purchased this month, the proceeds go towards that because Pride. Fuck bigotry.
Happy Pride, y'all.
Happy Pride, everyone. Bye.
Bye.